Scorpio, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to be looking at your energy via tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. Scorpio, I almost called you Virgo. Maybe you need a little grounding, rebalancing, stabilization. Definitely been a theme in the collective. These messages are always timeless, just as a side note. Use your discernment accordingly. But we are currently in Sagittarius season, and a lot of planets are in retrograde right now. We have a lot of retrogrades through the end of the year into the beginning of next year. And retrograde really just forces us to take a step back, to be a little bit more intentional with the choices, the decisions that we are making, especially around things that are important to us, that matter to us. Take it slow. There's nothing wrong with that. Being certain in your decision, being confident, I should say. Mercury just went into retrograde in Sagittarius, and so we really need to be mindful of who and what is trying to pull the wool over our eyes, that quote unquote snake charmer energy. People that are using communication, manipulation to their advantage. That's why we'll start this reading with an energy cleansing, just kind of set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. It's also a really good way to personalize this reading for you, setting your own intention. If you have specific questions you would like answered or messages from spirit, give those over now, be open to receive. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of different services. Personal readings are one of them. I use tarot, astrology, mediumship. So if you want me to look at what's specifically going on for you, definitely hit me up. I also offer services of pranic energy healing, Ayurvedic wellness consultations, things that kind of just help us align with our mind, body, and soul. That's so important if we want to make decisions that are aligned with our happiness and our fulfillment. Otherwise, it's really effing hard. Point blank. All that info to connect with me is in the description box below. Hit me up, Scorpio, if you are interested. I would be honored, blessed to support in any way possible. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm, cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Mama Love. The sages, the smudges this week have been so smoky, and a lot of times when that happens, it's about, well, in energy healing, it's about cleansing out. It's about cleansing and releasing, especially those things that like we need protection around, those lower vibrational energies. That's why I really like to start these readings out with that type of a practice, because there is a lot popping up. Last week, we're seeing people bottling up their emotions, their feelings, their thoughts, not being honest, not being candid about how they think and feel. And, you know, there is this level of, you know, I feel like you want to, this week, you just are kind of over all of it. You want to be in this world of enchantment, of fantasy, right? Where like things are actually working out. Things are working out for you in your favor. It kind of has this very beautiful, nostalgic, creative vibe to it. cultivating like your home, your space of peace, your environment, etc. And like making that a reality. Maybe that sounds a little weird, right? Because a lot of times what we fantasize about versus what's the reality are two different things, hence fantasy, right? But at the same time, I think like you've put a lot of time and energy into something. This is how it's coming up. And you've been really, really effing patient. And you're at this point where like maybe even a little bit annoyed. I think there's still more that is working itself out in your life. Things that maybe you're not paying attention to or you're not specifically aware of, i.e. why some of this is coming through in your dream space. Or you could just be having very vivid dreams right now. And if that's the case, Scorpio, definitely pay attention, definitely tune in. A lot of times symbology, I don't know if that's a word, sorry, symbolism seems a little weird, right? Like you can be dreaming of the weirdest thing and it actually does have significance. Google, maybe get a dream book or just use your intuitive senses, your intuitive instincts, because something is coming in. Actually, this is what I'm seeing. A couple things are coming in, right? There's a time of new beginning for you, Scorpio, and I do feel like you are feeling this. This is what you have been waiting for 100%. But again, using your discernment is imperative right now. We are seeing this throughout the collective where, especially as I was talking about in the beginning, Mercury retrograde, that snake charmer energy, making sure that we're not like getting involved, making deals with people, situations that feel shady. Even if it doesn't turn out to be true, it doesn't matter. There's a reason why you're feeling a certain kind of way. There's a reason why you need to pump the brakes. Decisions, like it's not like you can't make a decision during retrograde, but the more, sorry about that, I got sidetracked. So the times that we want to be really mindful of are when Mercury goes into retrograde, when Mercury goes out of retrograde. Those are the periods of time that it's easier to make decisions that we wouldn't normally make had we been aware, hindsight 2020, however you want to understand it. And I think that's the name of the game right now, Scorpio, because you are in this place where you're ready to make a decision. And I think that's maybe scares you a little bit because there is this lack of trust in your environment, or you're not trusting yourself fully, maybe still living in some of the residual trauma that you've been from. But again, you are really pushing for this fantasy. You're pushing for this ideal. You're wanting your dreams to come to life. And it's showing that change is happening. But I think it's hard for your quote unquote old life to contend with the changes. And I think it's more specifically because, Scorpio, like, new relationship is coming. Whether this is love, if you're looking for love relationship, this is like a perfect reading for you right now, because we do have that partnership coming in. It's waiting, and maybe you're sensing it through your dreams. Maybe that's some of what you're picking up, and it's actually manifesting into reality. You're ready to make this commitment, but like I was saying earlier, you have some options on the table. Some of this is stuff from the past, some of this is stuff from the future, and it's also challenging you. Spirit's asking you again to use your discernment, be conscious, be mindful, because the past is lingering in the background. Someone does not want to see you happy. Someone does not want to see you make connections with this new commitment. A commitment that's actually going to last a really long time, Scorpio. A commitment that is actually meant for you. The Lovers gives us that synergy of yin and yang. It's like perfect opposites, complement, right? Not saying that you're completely different from this person, but it's like it's a beautiful, complementary energy for one another. Something that you don't necessarily get with this Father of Fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, someone who wants to control. It's not union, it's not partnership, it's them being in control. It's them being the one who dictates how things go in the relationship, in the dynamic. It's something you don't want to contend with anymore. You're willing to take your chances, seeing what else is out there. You've been pursuing this for quite some time. Yeah, you're like on the fast track to make this happen. Because I honestly, what this Father of Fire was offering or giving to you was not enough. And it wasn't what you wanted. It feels a little illusionary, I'm not gonna lie. Because with the Lovers, we can have that synergy, harmony with someone else, but there's still free will, right? The Hierophant is commitment. The Hierophant is going that extra step and being like, I'm actually committing to this thing. Even if it's difficult or we hit our turns, so to speak, the obstacles, the things that might come in our way. Someone doesn't want to hear it. Someone, they'd rather struggle for power, for control. I mean, this is a lot of the reasons why you're moving this out of your life, why it's no longer a priority for you. And I do feel like this person is now seeing things in a different way. There might have been a lot of games that were being played for some of you that might not resonate for everyone, but there definitely is this manipulation energy where someone was trying to get you to do what they wanted to do and not really caring about what you wanted. But someone else is coming through that's actually willing to give you that. Beautiful innocence. It's connecting you with that part of yourself, like reminding that like love can be enchanting. It can be sweet. And again, it doesn't have to be love relationship. Maybe this is friendship. Maybe you've been burned in the past. Maybe you trusted a coworker and they screwed you over and now you have to work with someone new and trust them. And it's saying it's a good thing. Trust is appropriate right now. It's a new beginning. It's a small beginning, but it's a new beginning. It's something that's actually going to lead into something more. And I feel like some of the challenge around trusting this for you, Scorpio, is because of how people and situations have shown up in the past. Lack of discernment, lack of like maybe being aware or calling someone out on their shit is what I'm hearing. Just like calling a spade. Not being afraid of what that means to challenge someone, to put them in their place. Not that you're being an asshole. I don't necessarily see that, but I also see that you easily see through people and situations. And I feel like what you have been dealing with, this fire sign, King of Wands, is just someone who maybe they seem brave on the surface. Maybe they are really good at selling themselves, showing the side of themselves to you that they want you to see, but not really following through, not being able to consistently match with that version of who they are or who they want you to think they are, is a better way to say it. Okay, sacred space. So giving yourself a little extra time, a little extra energy. raise the vibration of your space, harmonize within and around. Releasing being done, everyday magic, finding the beauty in what happens each and every day. I love that it's a connection with this enchantment, what your hopes and desires are for the future, what you actually do want to see manifest. And like I said, it's coming in. It's coming in strong. It's coming in quickly. And with the Lovers, this is something Spirit has that is meant for you in a way that you are going to find a lot of stability, harmony, partnership is what I'm hearing. It has a lot of longevity around it, Scorpio. But you've been doing a lot. You've had your fingers, your hands in too many cookie jars, right? So it's time to simplify. Maybe you've been dating around. Maybe you've been keeping your options open. Maybe you're not trusting. I don't think this offer has come in yet. I think it's coming in this week. That's what I'm seeing. Or you're seeing that it's about to surface. It might not be this week. It's going to be within the near future, 100%. And so there's this part of you that has really been putting your energy out there in a lot of different ways so that you make sure you quote unquote like catch this manifestation, right? It's like a fisherman throwing out his net, casting out his net, and it's coming. Spirit's saying like, don't be afraid of this. It is here. You know it. You're sensing it. You're feeling it. But there's a little bit that still needs to be worked out that is causing or requiring you to be discerning about what you give your energy to. Again, this value of power struggle, who and what is trying to have dominion. I think this is really going to be a valuable learning experience. Seeing people for who and what they are, listening in like between the lines, right? Listening to what their words are actually saying, what they're actually communicating, versus what this new relationship is coming in that's actually supportive and nourishing and makes sense for you. You're not sold hook, line, and sinker because you are in fantasy land. No shade, Scorpio. I like that vibe 100%. But at the same time, don't get lost there. Don't get stuck. Maybe you want to disconnect because you don't want to deal with this person anymore. But it doesn't mean that you have to. This energy is waning. You're wrapping it up. You're tying up loose ends. Trust the process. Have faith. Know that it is going to all work itself out, even if it doesn't seem like it right in this moment. We're coming up on a new moon next week. So this really is the phase of releasing and letting go. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for your time and energy. Always, Scorpio, I super appreciate you. I hope you found messages that resonated. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear. Or just connect, share, and a little love, little TLC. Know that I'm sending all the love and support your way. I appreciate all you bring to the channel.